against the West Coast Eagles. Round 13. Selwood missed the footy.
Just found a gap in his game. I don't think he's got a left foot. He hasn't needed it until this time of his career.
The good news is, Tim, I missed it. I was down reading a stat. I don't believe you. Towards the attacking 50, Valenti found a way through, lines up at goal and misses to the right-hand side. But he's tried hard since he's gone to the forward line, Shane Valenti.
He's been very good. I think he and Marich, fairly similar type players. They're very tough. They win their own ball and they take their chances. But as you can see there, 4 of the top 5 Geelong players. Whelan, as we discussed, across half-back, being able to get a lot of the ball for the Demons.
Harley. Interesting too, Joel Corey started slowly, but he's come on extra strong. Selwood just keeps running, goes back to Prismal. Prismal goes down towards the attacking 50. Oh, nasty one. Lonergan took the pace off it with his chin. Hand pass comes across from Morton. Bates. Frawley. Marrick. Short. Wanamiri. Can go if he wants to. Spots Wheatley going down the boundary. This will be interesting. It was a good kick. Wheatley able to go back and find it. Comes to Morton. Buys himself some time. 60 metres out. Long down towards full forward. Green from behind. Green still on his feet. Not now. Mackey got him back to Green. Valenti. Hand passes across to White and he's missed.
And that contest here is a snapshot of the way Geelong defend. They had 2 players forward side. Lonergan just kept the eye behind the ball on that occasion, but both of those Geelong defenders flew for the mark when they could have spoiled.
That's a wayward kick.
And that's a positive because we know they are so attacking. When the ball's in the air, it's there to be won, and they'll back themselves on every occasion.
Wheatley missing way right. So it starts again for Dean Bailey after Friday night football. Virtually have to, I suppose, look at this early in the week, then put it behind you. That's the phrase of the week. Prismal held up, ball up. Prismal 30 possessions now too. What does he do next season? Stolen away by Bates. Johnson. Sylvia. They work the perimeter. Marrick. Some burly hombres in there. Marrick finds a way through, shoots at goal, but it's out of bounds on the full on the opposite side.
He showed a bit tonight too. He's had 23 touches, Marrick.
Yep.
Small, low to the ground type player, but he knows how to find the footy. There's no question about that.
Taylor, beautiful kick coming out, finds Rook. Selwood on the overlap goes down towards half forward. Leading back.
Look out.
Frawley, Sylvia, Whelan, McDonald, and 50 against Selwood.
He just can't allow himself to let anyone take an easy possession, can he, Selwood? He would have been well within his rights. I mean, it's late in the game. The game's all over. He could have just let James McDonald take that mark and not applied any body pressure whatsoever. But it's just not in his psyche.
After he kicked that ball forward, he actually pushed very hard to get to McDonald to try and prevent that as well, but was disappointed not to be able to get there before the ball did.
So Joel Selwood came in averaging 25 possessions a game this season. He's had 33 tonight. McDonald's kick just off to the right or behind.
I reckon one of Selwood's better performances this year was against Hawthorn on the Friday night, when they probably could have wilted in that last quarter. They had enough excuses probably just to allow that game to slip, but they refused to wilt in any way. And I remember Bomber Thompson going down to him after the game and putting his arm around his shoulder. I mean, he just was so appreciative of what his players gave that night, in particular Selwood. And
he did the same thing in the second half against Fremantle over there early in the season when Geelong looked off. He put in 10 minutes in the third quarter that just kept them in the game and turned it around, and for a young player to do that is amazing.
I think Bucks is a little disconcerted there with you getting into character, Tim. There goes Ottens wide to Prismal. You didn't notice he had the arm around you while he was talking.
Oh, I felt very comfortable with that.
For a happy team at Hawthorn. There's the hand pass forward to Ling from Ablett. It comes back to Harley. Still spring in the step of the Cats. Presmel's got it now. There's a right half forward. Back to Ablett. Ablett kicks inside the forward 50, and Johnson. Well, he came at that very easily. Warnock arrived quickly.
Pushing him down, Steve Johnson.
Lonigan's not happy. Johnson is getting 50.
First
Well,
one.
this is a waste of energy now, boys.
No, he's pushed him down afterwards. He doesn't need to do it. No, he doesn't.
Steve Johnson comes in and gets his first goal of the night.
Well, Bucks, you'll be pleased to know that Geelong has just broken the record for all-time disposals in VFL AFL football with that kick. And that's a beautiful kick again from Ablett. We've talked all night about their beautiful field kicking, but once again, that was right on the button there for Steve Johnson. He hasn't had a great night in terms of kicking goals. That was just his first goal for the game, but gee, I've been still impressed with his work rate and his ability to apply pressure, even though he's had a reasonably dirty sort of a 98 Cameron Bruce to contend with in the first half before he was pushed into the midfield. But he's still been working. He's still been prepared to put his body on the line.
He still had 6 tackles.
Yep. And I reckon at the end of the night, that's what Bomber Thompson will be pointing to with his forwards. They haven't kicked a lot of goals, he nor Cam Mooney, but they've still been involved in the game.
Johnson decisively down to Bruce inside the forward 50. Valenti. Well, he may finish up a forward after tonight. Off hands taken by Green. Wheels around, spots a man moving to space and goes to Chris Johnson, who's a good kick. Clock is down to 24 seconds and counting.
And Valenti, probably one of the few contested marks that Melbourne have taken forward of the ball against Mackie on that occasion. Brad Green picked up the ball, could have gone onto his right foot, but found Johnson over with a little snap kick over his right shoulder.
Johnson comes in, this one working back nicely. It's a goal. On the siren, Melbourne get their 5th. And they're beaten comprehensively by 116 points on Friday Night Football at the MCG.